Hello, this short video will be the fifth in a series of tutorials designed to introduce the beginner to Adobe Captivate 5.5. Adobe Captivate is a great program to create software demonstrations, simulations, and e-learning content. In this tutorial, I will demonstrate how to set publishing preferences, publish your project in several different file formats, and publish directly to YouTube. So let's begin. After you've reviewed and saved a copy of your project in your Adobe Projects folder, you might want to publish your work. You simply click on File from the main menu. At this point, you can choose to publish directly to YouTube as a MP4 file, or you can choose to publish in various other formats. We click that. File types vary according to the encoding. Different file formats will open in different media players. I'll discuss SWF files first. Flash files are used when you want to add animation and interactivity to web pages or projects. Adobe Captivate allows you to do this. Flash video files such as SWF, FLV, and F4V have become popular as the default online video format by many sites such as YouTube, Vivo, and Yahoo Video. All these file types are supported by Adobe Flash Player. If you choose this option, you must have Adobe Flash 9.0 or higher, or Flash Lite 4.0 to publish. The viewer must also have Adobe Flash Player to view the SWF file. Adobe Flash and Flash Player are free downloads. So I'll select the Flash option. At this point, you can adjust your title if needed and choose the folder where you would like to publish your file. So let's look at output options. The default is export to HTML, and that is the coding language, so you'll want to leave that. You can choose to have the project open in full screen, or you can export to PDF. However, you must have Adobe Acrobat or Adobe Reader to view the file in PDF form if you choose that format. Now I'll discuss preferences. It will select Preferences. The default setting is 30 frames per second. This is the number of flash frames that appear each second. The only time you might want to adjust this is if you're embedding a SWF file within another SWF file that has a different frame speed. The default settings are set to include the mouse movement within your project, to include the audio, and the audio is mono as opposed to stereo. It also is the default is set to play tap audio for recorded typing, to indicate when you are typing in your project, and also to enable accessibility, which just offers a visually impaired viewer the option to choose a screen reader to read the text aloud, which is pretty nifty. You can also adjust externalized resources to reduce the size of the SWF file. If you use external widget skins and animation, this option will allow these files to reside outside of the SWF file and instead be referenced as an outside file. So most people just want everything in that one SWF file, but it can be very large if you use a lot of different files within your project. Now, speaking of size, let's look at size and quality. The default is set at custom high bit rate of 24. If you adjust the slider to low or medium, you'll see the bit rate go down, and this will decrease the size of your file, but it will also decrease the quality or resolution of your project, so you have to be careful. However, sometimes you'll have to sacrifice quality to get the size where you need it. I'll just take that back down to custom. Okay, now to publish your file, you just click Publish, and it will publish in the folder you selected. But you have many options through the publishing. You can also publish through Adobe Connect if you have an Adobe Connect server. Most people just use the Flash or the Media option. You can publish under various file formats under the Media option. Okay, you can choose Windows or Mac executable files, which allow you to create standalone files of your project. You can also choose the popular MP4 format, and you really should choose this format if you plan to publish your project to smart devices such as iPads or iPhones. You basically use the same procedure I indicated earlier. You title your project, designate a folder, and adjust settings or preferences as necessary. Adobe recommends you leave the custom setting, but as you become a more advanced user, you might want to play around with your video settings. Another way to publish is directly through email. Okay, you might want to use the zip feature here because, as I mentioned earlier, SWF files can be very large and might not go over with some email services. So you can compress and zip the file. But be aware that the recipient must also have a program such as WinZip to open the file. So you click Publish and you just type in the email address and then you press Send to publish through email. Okay, we'll go back to Publish. Okay, there's also a FTP option where you can publish directly to a website. You'll have to have the server information that hosts the FTP website where you want to publish, and you just type that in here and just click Publish. Okay. Another neat feature is the print option, and this is where you can print your project if you need handouts for a meeting, or you might want the storyboard that includes the hidden slides and quiz slides, and you just click Publish and it will print for you. Okay, let's go back to File, Publish, and really the easiest and quickest way is to publish directly to YouTube. Okay. Captivate will automatically convert your file to MP4 format. Okay, as the pop-up box appears, you'll have to have your YouTube or your Google information. And log in. After your login, you want to put your information in, your title and a description if necessary, or a tag for YouTube. You can classify it as either public or private, and you just click that you've read your terms and conditions, and you click Upload at that point. And that will take several minutes according to the speed of your internet connection. Well, this concludes the 5th and final tutorial in the Adobe Captivate 5.5 Basic Series. Now you should know how to adjust basic project publishing settings and publish your project in the appropriate file format. I hope you found this series of tutorials on the basics of Adobe Captivate 5.5 helpful, and good luck.